You feel busy all day. Your calendar is full. Your to-do list never ends. But 3 months later, your life looks exactly the same. Same skills, same income, same problems. That's not a discipline problem. It's something much stranger. You're trapped in what I call the productivity illusion, a system that makes you feel productive while quietly preventing real progress. And the dangerous part is this. Most people never realize it. Every day looks like work. Emails, messages, quick tasks, notifications, tiny fires that need to be put out. And by the end of the day, you feel exhausted. But exhaustion is not evidence of progress. It's just evidence of activity. Modern environments are optimized for one thing: reaction, not creation. Your phone, your inbox, your calendar. They constantly pull your attention into short bursts of action. Reply, respond, check, switch, repeat. And your brain actually likes this because each small task gives a tiny dopamine reward. You finish something small. You feel productive. You check something off. You feel accomplished. But nothing important moved. And slowly, your entire day becomes maintenance work, not progress, just maintenance. And this leads to a dangerous illusion. You feel productive, but your life trajectory doesn't change. The strange part is this. Most people are not stuck because they're lazy. They are stuck because their brain prefers fake progress over real progress. And once you see why, you start noticing it everywhere. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Being busy is often just socially acceptable procrastination, not intentional procrastination, but a more sophisticated version of it, the kind that hides behind productivity. Answering emails feels responsible. Attending meetings feels professional. Organizing tasks feels productive. But none of these necessarily change your life. They just keep the machine running. And modern systems actually reward this behavior. Companies reward responsiveness. Apps reward engagement. Notifications reward attention. But the work that actually changes your trajectory usually looks very different. It looks slow, uncertain, uncomfortable. Learning a rare skill, building something long-term, thinking deeply about strategy, working on problems that have no immediate reward. Your brain hates this because the reward is delayed. No quick dopamine, no instant feedback, just friction. So instead, the brain chooses the safer option: motion. Lots of motion, because motion feels like progress. But here's the reality. Motion without leverage is just expensive stagnation. You burn time. You burn energy. But your trajectory stays the same. And if this pattern runs for years, people wake up one day confused. They worked hard. They stayed busy. They did everything right. But nothing fundamentally changed. So if being busy isn't the problem, what actually separates people who move forward from people who stay stuck? It comes down to understanding 3 different types of work. Most people believe work is just work. A task is a task. A job is a job. But in reality, there are 3 completely different layers of work, and they produce very different outcomes. If you don't know the difference, your brain will automatically choose the easiest one, which is exactly what keeps people trapped in the productivity illusion. Layer 1. Motion work. Motion work looks productive, but it rarely changes anything important. Emails, meetings, messages, scheduling, organizing, updating, responding. This type of work keeps systems running. but it almost never creates leverage. You can spend an entire day here and feel extremely productive, yet nothing meaningful moved forward. Layer 2. Comfort work. Comfort work feels better because it gives the illusion of progress. Researching endlessly, planning forever, tweaking small details, learning things that feel interesting but aren't applied. It feels like improvement, but often it's just avoiding the difficult step. Publishing the video, launching the project, calling the client, shipping the product. Comfort work protects the ego because you're still working, but you're not risking failure yet. Layer 3. Leverage work. This is where real progress happens. Leverage work changes trajectories. It compounds. It builds assets. It multiplies effort. Learning a rare skill. Building something that keeps working without you. Creating systems. Developing deep expertise. Producing things that reach thousands of people. Leverage work feels slow, sometimes boring, sometimes frustrating, because the reward is delayed. But once it compounds, the results are completely different. 1 hour of leverage work can outperform weeks of motion work. Once you understand the productivity illusion, you start seeing your day differently, not by asking, "What do I need to do today?" but by asking a different question. Which of these actually changes my trajectory? If a task doesn't create leverage, it's probably just motion. And motion is addictive because it makes you feel productive without forcing change. But real progress feels different. It feels slower, more uncomfortable, more uncertain. Yet it's the only work that compounds. The dangerous performers understand this. They don't try to eliminate motion work completely. That's impossible. But they aggressively protect time for leverage work. Even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels slow, because they know something most people never realize. The goal isn't to be busy. The goal is to change your trajectory. And once you start seeing the difference between motion work, comfort work, and leverage work, you begin to notice something uncomfortable. How much of your day is actually changing your trajectory? And how much of it is just motion? And in the next video, we're going to break down the system high performers use to protect time for leverage work. Because once you understand that system, staying stuck becomes almost impossible.